Standard Operating Guidelines, Section 105-1, Records and Reports. Purpose of the report is to have a permanent written record of a fire incident. It is a brief but contain all pertinent information relative to the call. The officers of the station for which the incident occurred shall be responsible to gather all information necessary and complete the incident reporting. Members reporting to stations for standby shall complete the incident standby roster form for the given month, incident date and location, sign their name, sign with their badge number. Anytime you sign any documentation, you always follow it by your badge number. The standby roster form shall be used for other purposes such as training reports or monthly work sessions. After returning to the respective stations, all apparatus drivers shall perform and check all their equipment and the emergency vehicle, the driver's checklist form. This form shall be placed for appropriate pickup and returned to the district office along with incident reports and standby rosters. Any requests for repairs shall be made on the form and returned to the district's office as soon as possible. Station officers shall notify the chief as soon as possible concerning apparatus or equipment needing emergency repairs. The officer in charge of the incident shall report on proper departmental form any and every accident or collision or any other extraordinary or unusual occurrence of any nature, whether happening to a member of the department or to the apparatus, hose, implements, etc. at the time, or to the person or property of a non-member in connection with the operation of the department, while responding to working at or returning from a fire, an emergency, or other function. When any property damage of the department's tools or appliances, whether it be lost or damaged, the officer in charge shall submit proper paperwork through the proper channels, a report to the chief of the department. If department property is stolen, the officer in charge shall have a police report made. All correspondence and reports concerning apparatus must include the type, make, year, and model for proper identification. All department training activities shall be kept on proper training activity forms. Members are to complete the forms and return them to the district office. No member of the Ccfpd is to furnish any reports or documentation to any other agency or persons except as requested by the fire chief, the board of directors, or legal counsel. No person, association, or organization directly or indirectly affiliated with the district shall issue or cause to be issued any news release to any radio station, newspaper, or television station concerning an incident or activity associated with the Cole County Fire Protection District without first securing approval from the senior officer on the scene or at the activity. Printed information shall be submitted for review prior to being released. No member of the Ccfpd shall willfully misrepresent, falsify, deface, or damage any fire district report, record, or document. SOP 105-2, Station and Apparatus Work Nights. The district has work nights at each station to maintain apparatus in the station. You're to make every effort to maintain the apparatus in the buildings. The below listed areas are no means a total list of items that may be required to be performed. It is to be reviewed as a guideline as a minimum program to be used by the stations. The station officers shall be responsible to ensure these items are completed. Weather permitting, all apparatus are to be taken outside and apparatus floors are to be swept and cleaned. All apparatus are to be washed and dried. Clean the interior of the compartments, including the exterior of the cab and jump seat areas. All SCBA are to be checked for proper operation, tanks to be full of air, and all equipment, including the masts, to be clean and operational. All power equipment, including generators, fans, saws, weed blowers, etc., are to be started to ensure proper operation. All portable hand lights are to be checked. All apparatus are to be checked for proper fluid level, oil levels, primer levels, booster tank levels, etc. No fire district apparatus shall maintain a fuel level below 3/4 of a tank. Any hose used at a fire scene has to be dried, shall be properly rolled and placed on the apparatus. Perform apparatus or building maintenance as requested. Station 105-3 is blue light and siren policy. Pursuant to state statutes, the fire district follows for all members. Any violation of the policy and statute shall be grounds for suspension of your privileges and suspension possibly from the district by the chief. All personal vehicles shall use blue lights and sirens when responding to a bona fide incident. Permits shall be issued for the use of blue lights and sirens by the fire chief. Permits to use a blue light and siren does not relieve the operator from the responsibility of complying with all traffic laws and regulations. Violations of this law is a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by $1,000 and up to 1 year in jail. The driver of an emergency vehicle shall not sign the siren or display blue lights except when responding to a bona fide emergency. The driver of an emergency vehicle may park or stand irrespectively of traffic regulations, proceed past a red stop sign or signal, but only after slowing down as to be necessary to negotiate a safe operation through the traffic. Exceed the posted speed limit by more than 10 miles per hour so long as the operator does not endanger life or property. Disregard regulations governing direction of movement or turning in specific directions. The exemptions granted to an emergency vehicle shall apply only when the driver of the vehicle, while in motion, sounds an audible siren as may reasonably necessary and when the vehicle is displaying at least one blue light visible for 500 feet from the vehicle.